Have you ever wanted to go up in a hot air balloon? The odds are yes, but at the same time, absolutely not. Here's a brief history of the hot air balloon. The first hot air balloons were Chinese lanterns, first used in 220 AD for military signaling. The hot air balloon was the first successful human-carrying flight technology invented by the French people, actually. Some say it was so they could run away faster, but that's none of my business. The hot air balloon was designed by Joseph Michel and Jacques-Étienne Montgolfier. However, the first man to fly was Jean-François Piatre de Rosier on October 15th, 1783. Now, King Louis XIV originally decreed that criminals would be the first to fly. That idea was so horrible that he was executed 10 years later during the French Revolution. Probably no correlation, but I just thought I'd mention it. A hot air balloon is a lighter-than-air aircraft consisting of a bag, called an envelope, which contains heated air, basket, and some sort of heat source, typically a flame burning liquid propane. Now here's the main question we all have. How the heck do you steer? Well, basically, you don't. Now the pilot can control ascent and descent, but it is at the mercy of the wind currents to move any direction other than vertically. Unless you're an airbender, this is not the most viable transportation if you're trying to get to school or work. Now there are three types of hot air balloon. The Montgolfier, which is the standard propane burning model, a solar type, which relies on the sun to heat the gas inside, and a hybrid type, which uses both a flame and some sort of gas such as helium inside a balloon. Now technically, flight is as easy as lighting a trash bag on fire, but these days it's not actually that simple. It actually requires a pilot's license, insurance, a ground crew, maintenance, and all sorts of other things that no one ever thinks about. The cost of a hot air balloon can be anywhere between $20,000 and your life. Well, actually, they're pretty safe. They're known as the safest form of air travel, which I would have never believed. I still don't believe it, even though I'm writing this. Now, the first pilots of a hot air balloon were actually a rooster, a duck, and a sheep named Montaciel. Now, the first man to fly also later blew up due to his half-air, half-hydrogen mixture that he's using explode. Someone forgot to tell him that hot air balloons are the safest way to travel. In 1999, Bertrand Piccard and Brian Jones successfully circumnavigated the globe in only 22 days. And my favorite thing, probably of all time, is in 1808, two French gentlemen were arguing over the affections of a celebrated dancer and decided that the best and only way to resolve the dispute was to get into hot air balloons, float high above the streets of Paris, and shoot at each other. One balloon was punctured and fell to the earth, killing its occupants, but it was never known whether the lady ended up with the victor or not. Probably not, due to the fact that he is criminally insane. I propose that we settle all little disputes to sky duels. Who should I elect? Whoever survives, really. Someone cut in front of you? To the sky, man. We're going for it. Now, it is apparently a tradition to crack open some champagne after a successful hot air balloon flight. Apparently, when hot air ballooning first came about, it was hugely popular with the French upper classes. However, farmers surprisingly didn't like it when rich people came crashing down on their crops and livestock, so champagne was thus offered as a peace offering to placate the hostile farmers. All it would take was a few bottles of bubbly to go from this to this, and thus a long-standing tradition was born. That's about all I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching, and remember, don't be a dumb fork, be a smart spoon.